Greetings all, I am in the middle of a two-part series. I am walking through how I recorded, mixed, and arranged a long-form ambient guitar meditation that's posted on my second YouTube channel, Chords of Orion Long Play. If you haven't checked it out yet, I would encourage you to do so. Anyway, on episode 1, I looked at how I created the audio recordings themselves. So that would be a drone guitar and also a lead guitar that's kind of Frippertronic style. On this video, I'm going to show you how I mix everything down and arrange it to create the 3-hour long piece. Let's get to work. First up is the drone track, so that's track number 1 up here. And let's just listen to the drone itself. Here we go. Right, very nice. And just to make it clear, the delay effect that you're hearing was recorded from the delay pedal when I actually played the drone, when I created the drone. Now, that's pretty nice sounding, but what I'm going to do is add a few effects and show you how I kind of evolved it for the mix. First up is the Eventide Black Hole, and this plugin is a really great reverb plugin. I've got the mix set up pretty high. There are a couple of knobs here for gravity and size. This controls the overall tonality, decay, depth, size of the reverb. So let me go ahead and play the drone with the plugin off, and then I'm going to bring it in. Here we go. Yeah, isn't that great? So the black hole is bringing in a whole level of kind of follow-on reverb tail, and it just really fills in the overall kind of soundscape, if you will, of the drone. Next up is the Isotope Neutron 2, and I'm using this mostly for EQ and compression. So you can see here I'm dropping out some of the lows. I've got some mids that I'm trying to control, a little bit of the highs, and that's just to clean up the signal. So let me go ahead and play it again without and with. Here we go. All right, that's making a big difference, isn't it? So what you'll see what it's doing is creating more room in the mix for the Frippertronics lead in particular. Okay, so that is the Neutron 2. And then finally on this channel, I also have the Valhalla Shimmer, which is just a really great reverb also. So let's listen to what I've got going on here. I'm bringing in an octave shimmer, and yeah, so let's listen to it. Here we go. That's really nice too. So it gives that kind of delicate shimmer on top of everything. All right, so that is the drone. Let's focus on the Frippertronics lead. So here it is as I recorded it. So that is a long, slow piece. First up is the Eventide Black Hole again. And you can see in this one, I've got the mix a lot lower. So let's hear what that does. So you can hear it in the tail. Okay, so it's acting more like a standard reverb plugin. And then I also have the Neutron 2 again, and I'm using that for EQ and compression in this area. So you can see that depending on the loudness of the signal in the 388 hertz range, the EQ is dynamically bringing down the frequency, which is really cool. And it helps, again, create space in the mix so everything is not too thick and muddy sounding. Now let me go ahead and bring the drone in, and let's hear what they both sound like together. Isn't that nice, the way the two tracks kind of work together? By notching out some of these frequencies, I'm able to create, again, more room in the mix. So again, there's a visual of how I've EQ'd both tracks. All right, that's the basic sound. Finally, I decided I wanted just a little bit more, a little something more, and I hit upon the idea of wind chimes. So Logic has a wind chime plugin in one of the soft synths, the EXS24. That's one of the samples. So here's what it sounds like. All right. Not too bad. And so the only thing I did with the wind chimes was add in the Valhalla space modulator, which gives a chorus reverby kind of effect. So let's listen to that real quick here. The other thing about the wind chimes is that I decided I didn't want them in the mix from the very beginning, so I simply added an automation lane in Logic, and you can see it's on the volume here, and I just simply brought the volume up over the course of the first few minutes of the piece. Okay, so that's the wind chimes, very, very straightforward. And then let's talk about the overall arrangement. So you can see what I did here was I just simply copied and pasted the recordings, and this recording is actually 23 minutes long. So you can see up here on the time, I go from 0 to 23. Yes, I actually stood in my room and played for 23 minutes, and then I just simply copied it over and over and over. Now there were a couple of copies that I made where I decided to go ahead and reverse the whole piece. So actually at certain points, if you listen carefully, you'll hear the piece reverse and be played backwards for 23 minutes. Okay. But let's go ahead and listen to the entire, not the entire piece, but the entire mix as it comes in, just so you can kind of get a feel for where the piece goes. I just really like that. I mean, I know I'm not unbiased or anything, but it achieves a really nice mood, I think, that goes very well with the video I shot of actually a creek in the area where I live. So anyhow, that is a quick look at the mix and then also the arrangement of the overall piece. So I hope this is helpful and kind of gives you an insight as to how I think about creating extended pieces. I feel like I'm still in the beginning stages of my journey, so I would expect that this process, this kind of mix, is going to evolve over time. I'm excited to see where I go with this over the next little while. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to Chords of Orion. I've got ambient guitar related content coming every week, and I'll see all of you on the next video.